But you know what? Hey, we're live.
Wow.
Alright, so we're still... So, I have to ask you a question, because I have the walkthrough up. But I told remember if I got the Aqua shirt from Pamela or not.
I don't think we did.
We need to go back and get that then. Minus Keeper.
Sick.
But, you know, actually that's not a huge deal, because that area doesn't have encounters anymore. I ran around for a bit. Check out the new con. I heard it's got an active volcano. Do we not have Kiefer with us? I'm trying. For those watching, it's been a few days, and I'm trying to remember what the hell we did. I've done a lot in these 3 days. Okay, so we did that. We don't know if we got the Aqua Shard. So we've been back to the Fane. So where are we going to check and see if a new island appeared? Do we go to the boat or something? Oh, is the boat here? Yeah, but for reference, I just started playing Dragon Quest, or not Dragon Quest 9, Final Fantasy 9. Come on. What does it want us to do? Because it wouldn't let me leave.
I don't know. I mean, Buddy's there.
Oh. Well, hi. Looks like I made it just in time. Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's get on the adventure.
What are you saying? How in the world did you get out of the castle?
Like this. It dabs and disappears and reappears behind them. I managed to give the guards the slip again. I told my father that I'd sneak out of the castle whenever I liked. I couldn't care less what he thinks. I'm going with you no matter what. Going to that continent in the north, right? Well, let's get moving. Alright, well. I'll have to change the lineup again. So I don't want Maribel anywhere that's not the back.
That's fine.
I love our party. Isco, Keith, and Mary.
Yeah.
So we'll probably have to go on the boat, then we can go back and check. So I can also just go around to that part of the island, I think. I think there's a coastline over there. So I love no one's questioned that we have a boat.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering when that's going to come into play. I should probably be on my Twitch chat, not the walkthrough.
Yeah, probably.
I'm still amazed that boat fits there.
I don't know. Maybe it's a perspective thing.
I don't feel like it is. But
I don't feel like it is either, but I'm going to give the game the benefit of the doubt.
I'm not. Alright, looks like that's as far as we can get.
I love how the flute, like, cut off really sharply there.
Boop. It's like, I know we gotta go, but does not look like there is something there from this angle.
Yeah.
Like, there's not even a ladder. Is it like a staircase? But it's not. It's a rope. There's not even a rope there. But yeah, I told it in my Discord. But I'd played FF9 a while ago, and I'd gotten to. I didn't get very far, but where you're starting to get into Freya's storyline, that's where I got to. But like the first like major boss that you fight is like the first Black Waltz, and it's like one of the roughest introductions I've ever seen to a JRPG. You're fighting it alone, and you're not really that durable yet. You're only level 3. So we went to the fire one. But you're only level 3. You don't have that much HP, and you're pretty slow. On the console, it's even worse because you have a delay for all of your actions that you put in, or between selecting it. But you're fighting the Black Waltz. He summons a sea lion. When you kill the Black Waltz, or / get him to half HP, he casts Tsunami as just a counter thing, and then he takes his turn. And he's faster than you are. So because I queued up Steel. Well, we do have encounters. Neato. Definitely didn't have them the entire way back initially.
Mm-hmm.
But I got trance. I killed the Black Waltz like instantaneously. And it brought down the sea lion to like half health. So it casts Tsunami. For its turn, it used Blizzara. And then before I could do anything, because it's faster than you, it just hit me with its next attack and I died. And I'm just like, well, great, thanks. Now I have to do this again. Tongue Ratchda. Tongue Ratchd. I really want to make sense. Like, this is something I don't want to miss, because going back to find this later will be miserable.
Yeah.
So let's make sure we got it. I don't think we ever went back and talked to her.
Yeah, I don't think we did either. Oh, welcome back. I trust you slept well. You helped this town so much that I wanted to show my gratitude in some way. I was looking around, thinking of something I could do for you all. And I found this thing just lying here. Take this. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Yeah, we definitely didn't get it. I'm glad I was reading. Like, as soon as she's like, I thought about something to do for it, but we didn't get it.
Yeah. I've kept this for ages because I thought it might come in handy sometime. I feel that this stone wants to be with you, and I'm always right. You know. I'll try to help you any way I can, so do come and visit now and again.
I found this strange block like 20 years ago. It's always had this note on it. It says, give it to Easkin. And I'm like, who the fuck's Easkin? But then you came along, I'm like, oh, I get it now.
Give to Funny Hat Kid. I don't know who else is gonna be a funny hat wearing kid, but I mean, I guess you fit the bill. I really hope there's not some other funny hat wearing kid that's gonna come along. They're gonna be real sad.
Yeah. I'm like, well, sucks to suck. Wow, what a pansy. We do need gold for the leather dress, and we're not going to get one in the next section.
Yeah.
much do we have anyway? I don't remember. We had 392. We're not like halfway there, but okay. So I could have grinded, but I just assumed that because we didn't get any encounters on the way back, it's like, oh, I think that's just a QOL thing, which I actually really appreciate. Where it's just like, you've completed this island, you probably want nothing more than to just go back and keep going. So we're not going to give you any encounters, which I honestly really appreciate that at Zone, because it's like, no, this is exactly what I want to do. I just want to keep going. Easily dodges out of the way is what that text said. Oh, I don't have my book here. Hold on. There it's back. It's trying to run away from me. Yeah. Okay, I got it. It was an epic battle. I wish you guys could have seen it.
Meow.
Oh, perfect timing, too. Promoted to level 8. Keeper's gonna be the first to hit over 100 HP. That's stringed up by 4, though.
Yeah.
Can we talk
big
about
gains.
that? Kiefer over there working out with that sword. It's actually not a sword, it's his weight.
I'm stronger when I'm punching rather than swinging.
Don't like that they're all attacking me. Really wish I could have told her to target the one that hadn't taken any damage yet.
Yeah.
Maribel shouldn't be far behind at a level up. Apparently, we're just really slow on the XP curve. But from looking it up, like on the walkthrough, it has a bunch of tips. It's just like, and other stuff. Hero apparently gets really good stats. So I don't think we really have to worry about him. So probably, and there's also apparently some classes that like give you higher bonuses and some stuff when you level up. Because I know you can get like monster classes, like the Platinum King Jewel gives you like the Plat King class, and apparently like it like gives you more HP when you level up. So it's like looking around, it's probably best to like swap to certain classes before using certain seeds, just to like maximize how much you're getting out of it. This being said, the example that I saw for the Plat King was like when you use the Seed of Life, or I think it's Life Acorn in this, it'll, as a Plat King class, it'll be like HP increased by 4, but if you switch to any other class, it was, in reality, it just gave you a base 2. Plat King just doubles it or something.
Yeah.
I don't know how these classes work. I didn't look them up because I didn't want to be spoiled. I just happened to look up like a bunch of stuff with seeds because you were like talking about, hey, you know, the seeds might be a little weird in this, and I didn't find anything to corroborate that. And I feel like I would have on a game facts forum where everyone has to be right all the time.
Yeah.
I might hold on the seeds just for now, though. Just
Yeah.
not to mention, I know a few characters leave. So
Yep. I also know of at least one character who leaves, so.
yeah, I know of one, because I'd gotten to that point when I played. But I will be looking at. I don't remember when that point is. I just know when we get there, I'll know. But I don't know when we'll get there.
Mhm.
That's gonna be the biggest thing. Also got spoiled on a character, but that kind of just makes me more excited to actually like get there.
Yeah.
Just going to go the long way around. It was like really far up there, right? I mean, what the? Where the fuck's the world map?
No. So it shouldn't be a single-use item. What
We
the
lost.
fuck? Why?
Oh, hold on.
Oh, there it is.
You're on the second page. I didn't notice it. Oh, I scared the shit out of myself. Like, am I gonna have to start over? We had all those shards in there too. Huh. So used to there being a little dingling arrow at the bottom saying, "Hey." Oh, I can see it now. You see it?
Yeah,
See the little blue bar?
I was about to mention it. I'm like, that's what that blue bar is for, that I've seen in battle and stuff. I thought that was an EXP bar.
No, no, this is too old
Yeah.
for an EXP bar.
Yeah, you're right.
He says, not thinking about Gen 2 Pokemon that definitely had an XP bar that went.
Yeah.
Because it was really slow.
Yep.
Man, I got really far up there.
Way up there.
What they doing over there? All right, so we're probably gonna get an encounter. Right there. Oh no, they're angry. Hey, what you doing over there? Come on, come and get some.
Me and the boys.
Starfish.
The Starfish Brothers and the Snail Turkey. I don't know.
Oh, we got the Starfish Brothers and the Demon Snail in the house. Come and get some. I love these designs. Let it be known. Without
You
it,
step in the neck of the fucking sea? Nah.
just bonk him on that. Who has the balls? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna let you do the same thing. I'm gonna let you do what you want to do, Kiefer.
We did it.
We did it. Make sure I update the stream title because I'm not sure if I did. Yeah, but we could have gotten encounters before when we were sailing. We just didn't.
Yeah.
I think because we were too close to land. Alright, let me pull the guide up. Over here. We also apparently still have the bottle for the holy water. Yeah, there it is. Right there.
Is special.
Wasn't it Endo before? Or was it always Engo?
I think it was a go always.
Okay. Want to soak in a hot spring? Then you've got to go below the well. It's in the center of the town.
Wow.
All right. So I don't. No, there's the torch. Hold on. What you got, buddy? Doesn't it seem strange to you to have such a large fire burning in the middle of the day? No. You know about this? I heard that this is a sacred fire given to the village by the god of flame himself, and that it absolutely must not be extinguished. The cult lives. The town's been really crowded lately. I don't like it. What do they hope to achieve by building hot springs and getting tourists to come here? How I long for the days when we worshipped the god of flame and lived in peace. The cult lives. It's still here. Good.
Well, the thing is, I think the cult's dying. and now being replaced with tourism.
The cult of tourism. Fortune teller Pamela's room is right this way. My name is Ilma. Wasn't that her name before?
Yeah. Oh, visitors, welcome. I am Pamela, the fortune teller. What's that? Do you think my name is strange for some reason?
Yes.
My name is a special one given to those members of my family which possess the gift of being able to see the future. I can see the future.
I knew it. One of us was gonna do it.
Yeah. Long ago, when this land was threatened by disaster, the original Pamela averted. I see. I don't know where that text was coming from, but sure. I mean, it was definitely empty.
That's what I was like. No, I'm sitting here like by Pamela. I'm like, and
That disaster by directing the servant of the god of flames.
Excuse you, I'll have you know I am not a part of your cult.
The first Pamela was also renowned for her abilities as a healer as well. I'm nearly hopeless in that regard, though.
Well, then you use this to me.
Oh, but I digress. You're here to have your fortunes told, am I right? Now let me have a look at your faces.
You look like this picture that I found in my original Pamela's diary.
I'm Pamela too. I sense a mysterious power emanating from you.
I'm waiting for like some random person to be immortal that we encounter, and it's just like, oh hey, I remember you came here like 5,000 years ago.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Seems that the power is somehow blocking my fortune-telling vision.
Then you're absolutely useless to me.
Weird. This is what I have seen. Now for my reading fee. I'll knock it down to 5 gold. Come on, pay up.
Reluctantly paid. I didn't even get a choice. It just did it. What would
Thank
happen?
you for your patronage.
What would happen if we didn't have the 5 golds?
Yeah.
She just like, we just go into the room and like, you need 5 gold to talk to me. We go and get 5 gold, and then she like carries on their normal conversation.
Actually, speaking of like not having money and then like needing to pay for something, apparently in Persona 5, if you do not have enough money to pay the like tram fee, Morgana actually pays for it.
With what?
I don't know. He's just like, oh hey, I'll cover it this time. This is from my secret stash.
I don't know. I don't want to know where he keeps that. We do have the scale mail, which is somehow less expensive than the leather dress. Yeah, we still want the leather dress, though. I don't want Maribel to get one shot. And we don't have anything I can really sell.
What about our sticks?
It's not going to give us enough.
No, well, still.
They're going to give us like maybe 2 gold. Bye, buddy. Bye, buddy. Alright, I gotta figure out what happened to this guy. No, oh, well, we know what happened. He left. I don't think a bar like this fits in this village, but as long as I can get stiff drinks, I'm not complaining. We've just finished building, and it's a bit small, but feel free to relax. You didn't... You know what? They just took this guy's house over. What are you saying? Well, you're obviously the descendant of that one person who was just obsessed with dancing, and the people upset at those kids. Here, what do you got? Y'all probably don't know this, but the village celebrates a festival called the Festival of Flame. It's supposed to be this amazing festival dedicated to the god of flame that lives in Mount Flame. Been living here for a long time, though, and I've never seen any festival. Okay, so yeah, the cult's dying, but it's still somehow alive.
Yeah.
Timmy, your sacrifice will never be remembered. A potion?
Wow.
The whole ass potion. It's probably a magic water or something equivalent.
Yeah.
There's no pots. No pot. No Potemkin here.
Good.
But there was nothing useful. You warmed up in a hot spring, the only thing to do is take a nap. Good night.
It'd be funny if we talked to him again and he was just like sleeping.
We probably could. But I'm not.
Yeah, obviously.
Has some amazing medicine that can heal anything. I came all the way down here looking for the medicine, but I found that it was actually owned by an old fortune teller ages ago. Just pour that hot spring water in a bottle and take it back instead?
I mean, you could.
You probably could. Okay, well, when we can go there and get treasure. We'll probably have to. What? Okay, we haven't gotten here yet. Give me that leaf. His cooking tastes a little better than it looks. I guess you could call it manly if you were so inclined. The stew we made a little while ago, potatoes and carrots just thrown in whole. You're supposed to cut those up, sir. You're supposed to cut those.
That's fine.
He tries to cut it, but he uses his hands, so he just mashes it instead. Timmy! It's not over here either. Now where could I have dropped my precious, perfectly round button? I guess I'll just have to get Auntie Pamela to divine where it is for me, but that costs money. That's a mood, kid. It mentions we can get the button here, but I don't know where.
I was gonna say, it'd be funny if, you know, we could actually pick up the button.
You seek. Okay, let me see. Let me see if this does it. Can I sequence break it? I don't think we can, but let's see. Probably just go her here.
For a something.
Sign in the front of the tavern. I can see something within it. There, you will find what you seek. Alright. I didn't see a sign in front of the tavern. Maybe it's in the tavern. Watch, the sign just mysteriously shows up now. Because the tavern's like right here, right? No?
No.
Other building, which also doesn't have a sign? Like... Where does it want us to look?
I don't know.
There's no sign here. Read the sign at the inn. That's not the tavern. Reading the letters, Easkin noticed something was near the bottom. And a perfectly round button. Okay. So you couldn't
Yeah,
sequence
but-
break that.
Yeah.
It's not a tavern. Yes. Here you go. You can have your button back. A tiny medal. Pog.
It's smaller than the mini medal.
It's a tiny medal.
It's the same size of the button.
Well, here's the only place we haven't checked. Do you have business with the chief? I might. Made a hot spring, but we haven't had much luck attracting visitors. I guess it'll take more than a hot spring to get people to come all the way to the cult town. Gotta create some kind of landmark. Maybe we could make the volcano into a tourist attraction. I mean, you gotta clear out the monsters first, but
Yeah.
I think it'd make for a good one. You know, just tell stories of good old Timmy.
Cloth.
What do you think of this
Must be the
village?
travelers.
Do you like this village? You seem to like this place. Good, good. Will you be sure to tell people about this village the next town you visit? I want a lot of people to come visit this village.
Our cult is dying. We need help.
There's always place prosperity. Okay. I can see the whole town from here.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
This is amazing.
Oh, hold on. Dang it. I was just like, maybe we almost missed it.
I think we did check that one.
I have no idea if we did. I don't think we did. Stole someone's pants.
Boxers.
Used. Right, this is the place, right? Come on, come on, come on! Can I not talk to him? That hits the spot. A massage is just the thing after you've loosened up your body in a hot bath. Chilled booze in a hot spring. I love we are walking on top of the water.
Yeah.
We are not in the water. Like, you can see the floor right there, right beside us.
Yeah.
He's like, man, I heard they had mixed bathing in here. And I just looks out of the corner of his eye. There's just the grandma.
She's just like chilling. Man, kind of a bummer. But hey, the hot spring's nice.
This is mixed bathing, but I'm too shy to undress here. What am I gonna do? I still want to get in the hot spring, but I just go and do it, but I really am shy. I mean, this guy's just raw dogging it over here. Just get in.
Yeah.
I love our style goes down to 0 by equipping these.
They are not very charming boxers.
No, it's the standard ones with like white and like heart prints all over. That's the ones.
It's got the elephant on the front.
Nah, that gives at least 2. It's like comedic style, but it's still style. how lamentable this is. He's trying to lead the cult, and they're just like, but what if we could just make money instead?
Yeah.
Poor Timmy, he'll be forgotten to time.
Yep. The flat round shape consumes all.
Alright, well, I guess we go to the mountain. Because presumably, I do not believe we have enough shards to finish another thing, but we might. Oh, I was gonna say, it's got to think about it. Sign was too dirty and illegible to read. Well, there's your first problem with tourism. You gotta make people read the sign.
Yeah.
You're intruding on the holy sleeping ground of the god of flame. Like anyone cares these days. It's so boring. Why do I have to go? Alright, well. Really long path. What the? I guess. What? What?
Huh.
I guess. I guess.
Man, and we fucking sailed here. What a jip.
Yeah, right? Hey, buddy. What you got? Soldier in the middle of training. You here to fight the monsters too? Yes. Getting hard to find monsters to fight these days, isn't it? Rumor has it there's treasure to be found. Well, you know, if you went in the cave, you might have a better time finding monsters.
Yeah.
Just a thought. Do we have... Yeah, we don't have anything to cast evac yet. Or it's an
Not
old
until,
equivalent.
Like level 8 or...
Yeah, Mary should
something.
get it soon. Mages usually always learn it.
Yeah.
Man, it's really got to think about this one. Hold on. That's really weird. Hey, there's the wind shard.
Nice.
All right, I think that gives us 3. 1 wind shard, 2 wind shards. Nice. It's like the second time I went to go check it. It's like it's just enough off screen. I'm like, oh yeah, there must be a path right here.
Yeah.
It triggers the monkey sense in my brain. It says, ooh, another path. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I just went on a gut feeling that since the right was the dead end the first time, it's probably the dead end the second time. Do 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 do. I'm gonna go back because I think the other way was a dead end. That's definitely the way forward. And we're not getting any monster encounters, so we'll probably get them further down. Well, it was in fact a dead end, but there was nothing on it like I'd hoped. Gonna vibe to this chill cave music.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hey.
It's got to think about it though. The Foresters. Ow! Yeah, but she should be close to the next level. I hope. Oh, that'll one-shot him. Yeah, there we go. I was hoping that would do it, but I guess not.
I don't know if she got the EXP from the boss fight because she died in
No.
the middle of it.
She did not, so she would be further away. Yeah. Thanks for reminding me. It's right at the end, too. Like,
Yeah, it was like the second to last turn.
yeah, it wasn't the last turn,
I
but the
think
turn
she
before.
got hit by like an attack that was 1 point over or 2 of her defending.
Yeah. Okay, good. The AI is smart. I was hoping they were. You see this thing I can one-shot and be like, alright, go for it. Probably a few more battles and she'll be leveled up. There's that exit right here. So tired of climbing. Nice.
Money.
I guess it's enough to buy the dress for you. You won't look like a peasant. You'll just act like one instead. Here's where we drop down. There's the way up. I think. I think that was the way up, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it, because this is the dead end. Oh no, it's him! Oh no!
Him.
Ah, yes. It's my favorite slime,
Babble.
the babble.
Not the bubble slime.
Not
the
a bubble
babble
slime, it's the babble.
The babbling slime. It babbles.
Bonk. Ooh, that sound effect, though. Bonk. I hoped. I should, heal. Yeah, you're like half. Yeah, we're okay.
Yeah. I'd say like one more fight.
Yeah. Herb. Antidote. I'm sorry, antidote. And?
Money? 60's fine.
Alright.
It's not too much, but it's more than we had.
It's the portal floor.
I
dropping-
assume it's
okay.
up because that only goes down.
Okay, yeah, no, this, we need to go further down, so.
Yeah.
Just says keep dropping down, which is what I wanted to check. Yeah. Well, the dark flame is no longer here. And now we go. What?
Further down. I see.
Yep. Oh, yeah, this happened the last time, though. That was how we got back up. That other way is probably the portal to go back up if you need to heal,
Yeah.
which you probably normally would if you didn't know where to go and weren't good like I am.
That's funny. We already got the thing that we were coming for.
Yeah, I remembered it after I got it, but just decided not to mention it.
Mm,
But it's whatever.
yeah.
There's no encounters here, so I didn't waste any time. So if you go really far down, I'm talking really far, you can get some good training in. I'm not sure about your EXP rates, but
Like the Babel slime.
yeah, Babel Slime's not great. Those foresters though, those are pretty good. I don't want to teleport back to the shrine yet. I want to go get that dress.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna jump straight into the next island. We don't need the scale armor, so I'm not too worried about not spending the money on it. But I really want that dress for her. She has proven she needs it.
Yeah.
And that was after we knew she needed it. What is... Okay, you have a slot in your inventory. Leather dress. There it is. It's not just me, like... I'm so used to there being a leather, like, male item. That's what I think this is, but it's not.
Mhm.
48 style.
Nice.
Maribel looking good over there. And I'm sorry, Maribel, you're not getting the whip. If we pick one up, then you can equip it, but we're not buying it for you, not unless we have like a lot of extra cash. But I will also rest here since we are going to go straight into the next island, just for whatever happens. I have no idea. Yeah, I can pay that. I don't want to pay that, but we can. So the tough thing to remember is, like, the cost hasn't actually gone up that much.
Yeah.
Because it's 7 gold per person. We just have 3 people. The cost per person goes up, but, like, just because we have so many people, it just goes up by, like, a ton.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm worried about is, like, late game, is we're gonna... Because, those who have played Dragon Quest IX will know what I'm talking about. Wormwood Creek in Dragon Quest IX, the armor costs skyrocket. They're almost like double and a half or something dumb of like what the past town's equipment costs were, and they're so much better that you like want to grind the money to get it.
Yeah.
And it's one of those pieces of equipment that I'm 90% certain you can't even alchemize before then, so there's not a way for you to have gotten it early.
Yeah.
All right, then. Left. Up. There we go. Apparently going diagonal just took us back into the town. I was like, no, I don't want to go back.
Big hitbox.
We're almost finally free from the cult. This one doesn't have any personality. Doo-doo-ts. I guess the blue portal just means it takes us back to the shrine, but I somehow don't believe that all the time.
Yeah.
Alright. I believe we are going to the wind one next.
I would assume.
Yes, you're going to the wind one next. I wanted to double check. This one. It looks a lighter brown. So it's probably green. This one? That's not good. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, indeed.
One aqua shard. 2 aqua shard. 3. Okay. Well, let's go put those in there while we're here, and then we'll try to figure out what the fuck we missed.
Yeah.
There's definitely a large chunk that I don't remember doing, so it's probably in the castle somewhere. I don't remember it. I remember us doing stuff in the castle, but... Well, we can do this. We'll take a peek. We'll take a peek.
Take a look inside a shard.
Oh, hi.
Interest.
This is very small.
Small and... Oh. Petrified peoples?
Sign? Sign?
Sign.
I keep walking up against it, and it pushes me to the side, so I can't read it. Welcome to die. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. We're fine. I skimmed the paragraph, and the first shard was wind shard. If I had just read like one more sentence, it says, then go to the aqua shard and place it in. And then you go to the next town. So this is the place we're supposed to be.
Yes.
Text the stone statue. For some reason, possibly long exposure to the elements, the statue is barely standing at all. This is kind of weird. What would stone statues be doing in a place like this? I don't know. Maybe they're not statues, Kiefer. You fucking 15
Sure
intelligence,
really
dumbass.
Sure is really realistic. Man, there must have been, you know, some really talented artists.
That statue was awfully realistic, wasn't it? Says Kiefer.
Yeah.
I really wonder about these stone statues. Let's check a few more, Easkin. Man, why make the joke when it's just gonna do it for us? There's an engraving on the base of the statue. Thanks. It's not like I want to know what it says or anything. Some reason possibly the statue's bearing at all.
Hey, Iskin, I don't like having to say this, but what if these are all real people who have been turned to stone?
Well, I would say you're probably right.
Yeah. Hey, someone who's not.
Oh, someone is doing. Wait, come back!
I've been alone for the last year.
I've been alone for 20 years. Come back!
Leather cone.
I think it's a leather hat.
I know it's a hat.
Yeah. I'm gonna info this out real quick. Let's see. Plan, tidy item, all. Bag. I couldn't imagine ordering my stuff in any other way other than by type at this point. Restore some MP. So yeah. Give to Keeper. Give you...
We got all the anti-dot.
We haven't. That babble is like the first thing that would poison us. Like,
Yeah.
not even joking. We haven't seen anything, but we've got all these antidotes ahead of time.
Yeah.
We're not looking bad on seeds. So, but I want to keep them for now.
Yeah.
We still have the one aqua shard that we haven't put in, but that's for another pedestal. Oh, hold on. I didn't actually check the one thing I wanted to. Yeah, because we have 3, so if they're not equipped already, then it's not better. But this would honestly like terrify me if I saw it in real life. This would be like one of the few things I'd be like, no, this would legitimately scare the shit out of me. Was walking into a town full of stone statues, because I would automatically assume they're all people.
Yeah.
And I would be like, I'm getting out of here the fast as fuck possible.
Yeah.
I want nothing to do with this place. Rain prayers of the world. There's a wide variety of methods for making rain.
Oh no, they made rain. It was petrifying rain.
They might have. That might have actually been the story here. Something tells me it is. So they were probably making rain, and then something happened, and like, oh, but it wasn't actually rain. It was like poison, like that. We just took damage. We'll talk to you in a second, buddy.
Oh, please come back.
We'll be right back.
There's nothing else in the town. Please talk to me.
Oh, there's a ladder right there.
Writing, or is it a ladder?
Oh, okay, it's a ladder. Ladder of writing. It says ladder on it.
It used to be a ladder. It eroded from the acid rain.
Middle-aged man has turned to stone. His body has eroded from long exposure to the elements. See, that's what I wouldn't want to see.
Yeah.
It says landmark. Huh. What are you doing? Come back! Talk to me!
No, there's nothing in the well. Please come back.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Are you gonna finally talk to me?
Well, now, this is unusual indeed, finding travelers in a place like this. My eyes may be failing me, but I can tell that you're people of no small importance. You look really green and important. You have color in a place of none. Obviously, you're here for a reason. So what business could you possibly have in a backwater town such as ours? There are lots of things that we still don't understand, but Easkin tells the old man about their journeys. What? Time travel? What the fuck? Get out of here with your nonsense. So you're going back in time and restore the lost world to its original state? You're saying our island doesn't even exist in the future? What the fuck? Hogwash. But you might be able to help us out now. Please, it's so lonely. Well, please forget about this town. I fear it's too late for us now. As you can see, the people of this town have all turned to stone. There remain no methods by which this terrible curse might be lifted. I intend to sit here and observe the demise of this town. Please take your travels elsewhere. Oh, that reminds me right here, just about...
I just remember there is a way to cure this.
Would you like a candy? You intend to continue your journey, then take this with you. A small shiny bottle. This is Angel Tear, a legendary potion that can heal people who have been turned to stone. Alas, I acquired this potion too late. By the time I had obtained it, well, look for yourself. The people in this town have been mercilessly assailed by the elements. One can no longer tell what they originally looked like anymore. With their bodies in this condition, the angel tear will have no effect on them. The townspeople must despise me. In fact, at night... Please forget I said anything. This village may be dark even now, but the surrounding area gets even darker after nightfall. If you plan to stay in this village, take care that you do not venture out at night. My apologies for holding you back. Please leave. It's really scary here.
The trees bend and shake.
I love the next stage of the walkthrough because I wanted to double check this is what we're supposed to do. Time to check in at the end and not follow his advice.
Nice.
There's the end.
What, are you going into the end? I sure hope you're not going into the end.
Okay, here we go. Rest.
Man, I sure hope they got out.
Eastgren awakens to the sound of a sad cry from outside. You. Mr. Student's body. Okay. Gives us a faint light if it's trying to tell you something. Light from the statue begins to grow stronger.
Oh, you're the one. You're a little rascal who keeps writing things on the thing.
Now, all I have to do is write this down. I'll just slip this note inside a book.
You're marking the wall? That's not allowed. You know?
You idiot, keep it down.
You're not supposed to mark on the walls.
It's okay, it's a guide marker. I discovered another one. It's even more incredible than the last one.
By the last one, do you mean that secret base?
That's right, it's such an amazing discovery. I'll tell you about it tomorrow. Come over during the rain prayer. If you're late, I'll go on ahead to the base.
Uh-huh.
That must be him. He must be the guy.
Yeah.
Because he must have been in the base when the rain prayer went off.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, well... We don't have anything else to go off of. Alright, here's the light again.
I assume we probably need to talk to all of them.
I'm assuming so.
Oh, you wanted me to take this one?
Yeah.
What's taking him so long?
It's Clayman. It's Spider-Man's arch nemesis.
Man.
I would know it's Sandman. Sorry, I'm so late. Please excuse me.
That's okay. It's just... Anyway, have you decided what we're going to do?
I've decided that I'll be the one to go and get supplies this year as usual, after all.
No way. There are monsters out there right now. The town couldn't survive if anything happened to you.
And that's just it. We live in a poor town where we can't even grow our own vegetables. Someone has to go out and get supplies for the town no matter how dangerous it may be. I should go because I fight better than anyone. Even if only a little. Am I wrong?
No, of course not. I know all that. Really, I do, but
And I've decided something else as well. When I finish shopping, we'll tell the whole town about our marriage. What do you say?
Clayman, that makes me happy, but
Right, now that's settled, you don't need to worry about me. I'll come back safely, I promise.
yes, I know. Just be careful.
I said that I promise. I'll be back around the time of the rain prayer. No kiss. Okay then, so long. Pip pip.
Clayman, come back safely.
Because there was nobody inside the buildings.
No.
Yeah, you don't give off a light anymore. Okay, yeah.
Inspect farmer.
Alright, here we go. What do we got for you? Finally, the rain prayers are about to begin. Without rain, the vegetables won't grow. My future in farming looks bleak. Bonk. Oh, mister, sorry. Oh, I fell 90 degrees.
Help, I've fallen and I can't get up.
Oh, don't worry. A town with healthy children has a bright future.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah. This thing was definitely not here, though. A gigantic rock stands here. Oh, okay, there it is. There's not enough water this year. Boulder God, please give the town rain.
We move from one cult to another.
Thank you for your prayers, but why are you praying to the boulder instead of the water god? The water god was created by a man, but this boulder was here long before us. I see, but why would we need this boulder? This boulder is not here for us. We're here because we honor the boulder. I must still be a novice. I'm still looking at things from the wrong perspectives.
Patrick, it's a rock. A big old rock. People, the old pioneers used to ride these bad boys for miles.
I got the yawns all of a sudden.
Yanos.
That's weird. Where'd he go?
Is Joseph here?
Actually, Rena, I'm looking for him too, but he isn't anywhere to be found. I told him to stay home and help prepare for the prayer, but now he's scampered off.
Oh, I know. Maybe. Oops.
Do you think you know where he might be?
Oh, I don't know. I just don't know.
Well, if you see him, tell him to come home. Okay?
Okay, I'll tell him.
I'll tell him if I see him.
Man, that's worse than fucking people around here seeing seen instead of saw. I seemed it.
All right, what you got for us, buddy? Maybe I'm imagining it, but it looks like the water god is smiling. Bet this year our prayers for rain will be answered. Clayman went to buy provisions. If it rains, I'll use this chance to get close to Millie. Jesus Christ, dude.
Wow.
What a dick.
I don't know. Maybe you deserve to be turned to stone.
Yeah, you kind of deserved it. Right. We gotta figure out where that book was with the note. Oh, it's you, Clayman. Are you going off to get supplies for the town? Yes, I'll get the usual foods and as much water as I can carry. You know, for years we've prayed for rain, but it's never rained once. God won't forsake us. This year we'll get rain for sure. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Well, I'd better go now if I want to be back in time for the rain prayers. I hear the monsters have started to appear outside. Please be careful.
Okay, bye.
I was about to say, oh wait, don't make this like this weird love triangle. All right, well, let's see. We have you to talk to. Yeah, it looks like they were all like focused on that in the middle of town trying to do this rain prayer.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad, would you tell me something?
Hey, Dad.
Dad.
Sure, if I can.
Do you know what this town used to be like, Dad?
What did this town used to be like? I'm not really sure, come to think of it. I've never really heard anything about it.
We only settled here 3 years ago.
Bartender, do you know anything about the history of this town? I figured you'd know, if anyone.
I've only heard idle talk myself, but it seems this area was once a battlefield. From what I understand, after the original town was destroyed 5 years ago, our ancestors drew together and built a new village on the same site. Anyway, they find old things buried in the ground from time to time.
Well, there you have it. But why are you interested in such things?
It's just something I've been wondering about, that's all. I get reflective sitting here drinking with you, Dad, and that's why you're not allowed to drink. Don't tell your mother.
You're a strange kid. You really remind me of someone. Who is it?
He does closely resemble a certain someone. It's spooky.
Hey, bartender, did you say something just now?
Nope, I didn't say anything.
Really? I could have sworn I heard something.
Well, I'm gonna go out and play now, Dad.
Yeah, it's just about time for the rain prayer to start. Don't be sneaking around too much. Don't be doing that Skyrim sneaking. I don't want to catch you Skyrim sneaking.
No, it's instead the sneaking from Adventure Time that Nepter does. Sneaking. Just saying sneaking while he's rolling along the ground. Well, there's only 2 bookcases in town, so can't be too far away. Just don't remember where it was.
It's probably the dad. Yep.
Hey, Keen, what do you say to having a little drink, seeing as how it's a rain prayer day?
What are you saying? I've had enough. Someone who makes his living selling booze has no business telling me anything.
Fine, I'm gonna be joining the rain prayer myself, so I'm closing up shop now.
Okay, I'll see you down there. Yep, they're at it again. Every year. Hats off to them. How can prayer make rain? Well, It's raining. Amazing. It's really raining. But what's with all this rain? It's awfully muddy. What the hell? Am I dreaming this? Is this a nightmare? People are turning to stone.
Yep.
I gotta get to the house. Uh, Honey, Joseph.
Yep. Oh,
Oh,
huh.
well,
Well, we can, no. Yeah, it would have been so morbid. It was a skeleton, like, right here or
yeah,
something.
I was gonna say Scootal.
Will you read it? Yes. In finding the secret base, I made another great discovery. I can't believe the town has a place like this. The entrance is under the pointed tree near my markings on the cliff. The second base is underground, beneath the bar where my father likes to go. So there's two bases that we can go to, looks like. The bar is right here. Right, I'm not misremembering. There's two, right? Or is there just one?
Yeah, there's two.
Just near the pointed tree. I'll go back and read that note again. If I can't figure it out, I'll have the walkthrough. Do it for me.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm finding the secret base. I made another great discovery. I can't believe the town has a place like this. The entrance is underneath the pointed tree near my markings on the cliff. The second base is underground beneath the bar where my father likes to go. Okay, well... We're apparently not supposed to go looking for it yet. That may be why we can't find it.
Uh,
Oh, it's you, travelers. I thought you had left already. You should have left already. I take it you've seen the glowing forms of the villagers turn statues. I believe that glow is their spite for me, radiating from their cold stone forms. Let me tell you a little of the history of this town. The area has always been a perpetual drought. Once a year, all of the townspeople would gather and pray for rain. When their prayers were finally answered on that fateful day 50 years ago, I had gone to a distant town to purchase supplies. Okay, so this is Clayman. While I was on my way back, I saw a dark, ominous purple cloud settle over the village. Soon it began to rain a chilling, cursed gray rain. I hurried home, but when I finally arrived, it was too late. All I could do was weep into the damp earth. How I wish that I too could have joined them in the rain's kiss 50 years ago. The gray rain was truly terrifying. What is even worse, that most people still have no knowledge of the rain or its effects. My name? I used to be called Clayman. There's been no one here to call me that for the past 50 years. Okay. That's it. Alright. Where would it be? I guess just look around in every tile. When you pound on the ground, it sounds hollow. It is dark, however, and you cannot see very well. Okay.
Neat.
Alright. Well, let's just go back to bed then.
Yeah, I was gonna say, probably need to go back.
Back to the past.
We're in the past.
Yeah, but we gotta go back again, but later.
We gotta go back to the future. The sleep future.
I thought something might actually happen at night, but nothing did. Sir.
Wait, are you wanting to talk to me?
The angel tear supposedly dissolves in the air and then gently floats to the ground. My guess is that it's meant to be used from a great height. There'll be no use to you here, though. Head someplace else. Okay. Alright. Oh, this is a big place. It's a big place.
Yep.
Oh. We're apparently up here. Okay.
I was wondering why there was a hole in the top there.
Same.
So I'm like, that is not like a shadow on the model.
No, it was not. Reese writing in the posted notice. It says secret base number 2. Got 5 gold. Herb. Alright, so there's still another base to go find.
Because maybe it's
Okay.
like to the right of the landmark.
No,
Rating?
this is something I had a thought about, but
Mm.
I wanted to double check it. I think no, we were going the right way. To go back up. No, we don't want to go back. Okay. I'm done. I got it. Brain hard. I'm tired, guys. Just I told you this. I was gonna say it on stream. It's like I tried to make some oatmeal, instant oatmeal, which like you have to boil the water basically in the microwave. So fill the water from the sink because you're gonna heat it up anyway. Went to the fridge, put it where you get the filtered water out, and sat there looking for the timer button to start the microwave. I was like, I'm tired. I'm tired as hell. That's how I knew. What the fuck are you doing? Huh? I guess we can't go back out. I guess we can't jump down. It's apparently too tall. It probably would be. It's like 5 times the size of us. Or size. So we were right. He went in the secret base. But why is he, like, not aged?
Still young? Yeah. Unless maybe he was, like, petrified down there, but because he was away from the elements, he was fine.
Yeah. What just happened? Who are you? My name is Joseph. Are any of the other townspeople around? That's odd. All the grown-ups were making a lot of fuss over the rain prayer just now. Maybe something happened to them. Do you know anything about that? Yes. But everyone in town was turned to stone 50 years ago. You're gonna joke around, you can at least come up with something funny. It really does feel as though there's no one else here, though, doesn't it? Well, let's go and find them. Will you and your friends help me out?
Look left.
Literally look left. The kid has the sight range of a MGS card.
Apparently.
Hey!
Kid, I stole your land shard.
Hanging a spade on the wall. Secret base number 1. No kid that I know would ever write NO period 1. They'd put the number sign. That's weird. This statue looks just like Rena. So did your friends make these by any chance? Oh, kid. I'm gonna take you to a special person over here. Hold on. As soon as we find a way around.
Don't want to take him through the poison goo.
Yeah, I don't want him to fucking die.
he touches it and immediately starts melting. Oh!
You used the angel tail after all, didn't you? I thought I caught its faint scent in the air. That was foolish of you. You're going to think of it. It's getting lighter. No, this can't be. My eyesight must be finally fading too. Who's that old guy? Who is that? Have I seen you somewhere before? Wait, there's no need to answer that. That voice, I remember it well. It's the son of Keen, Joseph. Yeah? But how? Where have you been all this time? In my secret base underground. Underground? So that's how you were kept safe from the merciless elements. This is truly a miracle. Thanks to you travelers, Dialect is no longer dead. However, we have no women. It's still dead.
Yeah.
It has the opportunity for life once more. Get a woman in here! Someone! Never gave up. You used the angel tear when I wouldn't. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. This is truly the happiest day of my life. Come, travelers, and celebrate this new life with me.
Let's have a party. Having
found new hope. Having found new hope. The light of life returns to old the man's face. Oh my god. Right before your eyes. There was no one left anymore. The boy at last begins to recognize the truth of the situation. The old man says that he wants to take care of Joseph, who seems to have taken to the old man himself. And then dawn broke.
Again.
Words cannot express the depth of my gratitude to you. We will soon embark on a journey ourselves to warn those who live in ignorance of the terrible gray rain. On that journey, I will search for a way to turn these townspeople back to the way they were. Should that prove impossible, though, I know that this town will still live on as long as Joseph and I survive. Maybe don't build something here next time.
Yeah.
Maybe don't build something in a place that doesn't get any rain.
Yeah.
Been fun to journey with you. Old Man Clayman seems so lonely, though, and I really want to restore the townspeople. Okay, we actually did miss a shard, because I could see it on the list. Let's see. Okay, never mind. We're good to leave.
Wahoo.
It lumped everything together instead of 2 sections this time. So I wonder if they're still in the meeting. You think they're still in the meeting?
I thought they finished the meeting before.
Did they? Oh yeah, they
Yeah, 'cause
did.
we
They
met-
did because
yeah,
they
we
took
met with
the
the
party
king
members
prior.
away.
Yeah.
No, we do want to go this way.
Lanchard. No, never mind. Not Lanchard.
No, we have one more thing to do. Aside from dropping more frames.
Goodbye, frames.
Goodbye, he says, dropping them off the boulder. But it's like no one ever thought like, hey, maybe we should, the entire time we were building this town, maybe it's like, oh, I don't know, we haven't gotten a single point of drop of rain in like the 6 months it's taken us to build this town. Maybe it's not a good idea to be here.
Yeah.
Because like it would be one thing if we had like, if there was like a water source nearby that wasn't the ocean.
Yeah.
Alright, where the butt are we going?
We're going north butt.
Nope, south butt. Oh yeah, we got healed. So we rested. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh hey, I know this song.
Just, there.
Ta-da! Wasn't there before somehow. A long time ago, people gathered around this stone and constructed a town. I, too, dreamt of living next to this legendary stone. However, I came all this way only to find the town was gone. With no home to return to, I decided to stay here and build a new town. But as you can see, I'm still the only one here, so I have a request. When you meet people who are looking for a new place to live, would you please tell them about this town? People would gather here, the town would be reborn. My name is Sim. Please. Sim, please. Please listen to an old man's request. Alright, so this little thing we can do, we can go around and talk to everyone and be like, hey, do you want a new place to live? That's, may or may not have rain?
Yeah.
Think there will be a town here in the middle of nowhere? Thought of building a town here is daunting. And no one's gonna talk about the place that this suffered droughts.
Yeah, it looks green and lush now.
Yeah, now.
It's probably fine.
Maybe.
Hey man, Nobody praying to the boulder god. The boulder god probably said, "All right, I'll give you rain."
Yeah, it was all just a plot from the Boulder God for people, not enough people praying for him. But he like forgot to tell the old woman, so she also got turned into stone.
Yeah. I wouldn't doubt if that's what actually happened. But obviously, that plot line is, speculation and all that. So, but it's fun to make your own headcanon.
It is fun.
Comment down below what you think.
Leave a comment.
Leave a comment.
As much as that's like the joke, if you guys have, if people who watch this have comments with like, what's your head canon for like these events before you found out like what really happened, like tell me. I want to hear it. I love these. I love
By
those.
all means.
I legitimately, I'm not even joking. I love stuff like that. It's so much fun.
We will see it.
You've heard our dumb head canons, and then they turn out to be true. So who the fuck knows anymore?
We play too many video games.
I mean, I do.
Well,
I do. I know that. No? I was just a little off. Okay. One land shard, one wind shard. Alright.
we do need one more wind shard.
Yeah, I just want to get them out of my inventory so I can figure
Yeah.
out kind of like where we're going next. Oh, this just lets you like just go to each one and be like, I guess this one fits here, right? No, maybe not. I'm about to say that definitely goes there, and that is like a perfect fit. All right, so good to know because the I'm pretty sure the 3DS version would not show you a tablet if it didn't go there. It was this one, I think. Looks like a worm trying to sprout wings.
I will fly. I will now join my natural
I'm
predators
a
in the
beautiful
sky.
butterfly.
I am a beautiful butterfly.
What's that movie? Was it A Bug's Life?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that movie in ages.
Same. Oh no, Babbles.
Babble. It's also really late for them to be showing up. They're usually pretty early.
Yeah. I mean, technically we're still pretty early, considering how many islands we have.
Yeah, but like, I guess.
And also, we're still like only level 8.
7.
Yeah, 7.
Oh, okay, there is a person. Okay. Yeah, you and I had the same thought. I know we did.
Yeah.
Bark, bark. Nay. Oh, I'm sorry. Brr. Boo. Boo. We startled that one. Oink.
Oink, oink.
He's not even trying to say anything. Does he speak or... I wonder. Let's see. Nice.
Found the dung.
The dung.
The dung.
Yep. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. What I thought happened.
Yeah.
The tiny metal.
Are we sure we're not playing in a D&D campaign?
We found the farm zone.
That's like a place that asked for rain and got petrified. uh now a place where people are
People and
swapping
animals are switched.
animals. Yeah.
As I said, we found the farm zone. Watch The Unexpectables. You'll get that reference. It's a really good D&D campaign.
Yes. I'm surprised we've had like 3 streams now and we didn't mention them at all.
No, but I did walk by the cheese section at the Walmart nearby, and it's just
Yeah.
I couldn't stop myself in my head. It was like cheese. I heard it. I was like, it's never gonna stop.
Cheese.
Looks like you're saying isn't coming across. A hairband. I thought that was like a ring. Yeah, we've already got one, so that in the bag.
Put it in the bag.
We still have the angels here, though. Good to know. We still got the poop.
Yep. The dung.
This chicken's desperate for a drink.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Oh, here we go. That was a lot of sex. Hold on. I gotta look at every single one of them. Except for that one. I can't
Except
get there.
that one. There are more there.
Literally, this entire section had nothing in it. I'm amazed. Out of, like, 9 interactables, nothing.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah, the old man on the farm. What's the matter? He doesn't seem to be able to speak. This would be freaky to stumble upon.
Yeah.
This would probably also terrify me, honestly. No, he's got a gun. Yes!
Wahoo.
Just pointing at a sign. Oh, so no one we have can wield that. Interesting.
We should probably sell our worthless equipment, even if it's for a tiny sum, because I think we have a bit now.
Yeah, I'm just looking to see, like, what's here.
Yeah.
Honestly, these are probably good investments since they've been here for a bit. Let's see what we got. Alright. Cluck, cluck? We can get these all again. I want to keep the boxers. I don't want to get rid of the claw. I think that's just an item. I don't remember if that's equipment or not. And we'll keep the hairband.
Yeah.
Just in case. And the leather hat. Alright.
Yeah, look at all that money we got now.
Yeah, we got a little bit. It came from all those regular clothes we sold. Leather. It's 5. That's more. So that's better for Kiefer. That's tempting. Do you think we get that for Maribel?
Hmm.
She is the squishiest. She has almost half the HP Kiefer does.
Yeah, I think probably equipping her is better. Things seem to be avoiding him most of the time anyway. So
It's also like I'm not as worried about the two of them because it's going to be a little bit before we are going to take damage in any sum that is going to. I'm going to be worried about them dying in one turn from full HP.
yeah.
Like I want to get these as soon as possible, but I don't think it's going to happen on this island. If it does, then oops, my bad. You can quote me on it.
Yeah.
But I don't think it will.
An oopsie doodle, if you will.
I know this one had to load a little bit.
The cat meow 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 meow. I was scratching at us as we were going through the dresser. Meow.
It's trying to stop it. Nah. Another antidote. Well, they're sleeping. Whether it's a person or an animal, we're not sure yet.
Probably a cat.
Probably.
Cat nap.
Oh, hi. What's this? There's a youngster chained to the wall. I cannot believe that there's such a cold-hearted bastard in the world. To chain a child is unthinkable. Let's hurry up and set you free. After I do
This
this.
is probably a rabid dog.
Collar's so tight it looks painful. Lock's too tight. Easkin can't detach it.
Moo moo.
Easkin can't understand animal language. Certain you know everything that's happened in this town. Reminds me, didn't we meet someone who said they could understand the speech of animals? We did. We did meet someone. The woodsman.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Right, we have not saved in a bit, though, just in case this crashes. Would like to save. Oh my gosh. I'm so tired.
Because you said you were tired.
Doesn't answer the why, though.
Well, while you're doing that, I'm gonna go get a drink refill.
I'm gonna open my drink. It's been sitting here unopened.
Wow.
Maybe that'll help keep me awake. No, we want to go through the shortcut. What if the speedrun takes like an hour and just grinds metal slimes at some point? Just here, get stats. Bang. Walking down the cave path again. You can stop saying that. You're creeping me out. Here we go. And back and forth again because we haven't leveled up to learn Zoom. I think that's what we should do, is level up so we can learn these stupid spells that we need. Alright, where'd he go? Is he inside? You're falling for a girl, eh? Good for you, you're becoming an adult. Hi there, what's the serious look? What's going on? What? You say you found a town full of animals? That's nonsense. I'm really deep in the forest, but don't look down on me. I know lots of things from talking to the animals on the island, but I've never heard that before. You say? You're interested in what they have to say? You actually want me to go and check it out? Guess I'm the only one who can understand the language of animals. Alright, alright. The story is indeed true. You're going to need my help. Okay, Easkin, I'll follow you. The woodsman joined the party. Alright, he has no stats. He will not help us fight. He's gonna be like, what the heck did I find? I was hoping I would get something from him. God, I can't wait for the 3DS version when we play this, and it's just so much faster. You just walk in, and there it is. This is why they took it out initially. It's, you have to keep coming back and forth. Alright, what are you summoning that life for? Welcome back. We tried our best to convince him, but we have to let a cat do the talking.
I see.
Here we go.
Wahoo, here I go. It's Waluigi time. Wah.
Wah!
Wah.
Woodsman is lost in thought. Whoa! Oh, so this is the town that's been overrun by animals. Let me see if the animals can't shed some light on what's happened here. Now, what a cute little face you have. You're a good little fella. Are you afraid? Just tell me what happened, dude. What was your name? Could you tell me again?
Bark, bark.
What's going on? I haven't the faintest idea what they're saying. Something's wrong. I got to try to talk to the other animals. But what if I took you to this guy?
Yeah. Old men seem to know a lot.
So the people in this town can't speak, eh? Don't worry, I'll get the story from those animal folk. What? That's astounding! How did that happen? The old man isn't a human. He may look like a human, but inside he's actually a horse. Alright, I can communicate with this one. Don't be afraid. Just tell me what happened. Just shaking his head back and forth. Long ago, a monster upset the tranquility of this town. The legendary White Wolves, protectors of this land, rose to challenge the beast. They fought together to vanquish the behemoth. One by one, the White Wolves were killed. Get the rest of the story from the animals who have taken on human form. Alright, so we have 3 we can talk to, I think. I know there's the one up in the north of town. I'm just going to process elimination. Here we go. There's that cat. She's a cat girl. Do you get it? The White Wolves finally lured the monster into the cave in Mount Seed. After much bloodshed, they successfully sealed the creature inside. One lone wolf, pregnant with a pup, survived the battle. We owe the monster's confinement to the sacrifice of the White Wolves. We got you already. Chicken's the only born in here. Hold on. You know what we didn't do? This. Aha! But it's... Ooh! Okay.
Copper.
I'm gonna finger inside your sacks real quick. Hold on. Copper sword. 31. 39. Okay, well. I hoped, but I didn't think it would be better. This man isn't human. He's actually a dog. It seems as though this town was ravaged by a monster just recently. The beast used sorcery to switch the appearance of humans and animals. This town, those who look like humans are actually animals, and those who look like animals are actually humans. Alright, so it's just as like what we thought initially, and then didn't think, and then did think.
Yeah.
Right.
Wonder if that old lady is still sleeping.
Yeah, it's who I'm looking for. I want to save the kid who I know is going to progress the story for last.
Yeah. I think she's in the north right house. Or this one.
Yeah.
Never mind.
The North Right house is the one with the kid in it. The monster that attacked the town came from the Mountain of God, Mount Seed, in the west. Mount Seed where the White Wolves confined a monster long ago? It's possible something terrible is happening there. And so I'm still a little shaken by what's happened. It's all a little confusing. No, we got it. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of succinct. It's just like, long ago, we had the White Wolves who sacrificed themselves to protect the town and seal a monster up. Only a pregnant one survived to bear a child. And now, supposedly, a monster from Mount Seed is attacking the town. And swapped the appearance of humans and animals. Can anyone lock it like this? It's so tight you can't even breathe right. That hurts, I'll take it off now. Set you free with my trusty knife! Chop, chop.
Chop, chop, chop.
Alright, it came off. You can breathe easy now. Hey, wait, come on! What a speedy little fella. Where'd he go? Where did you go? No. Only Maribel. Okay. I guess we just go to Mount Seed.
I suppose.
We've definitely missed some stuff, though.
Oh, I believe it.
I don't know how. Right here. Hold on. We got a tiny metal already. I think we got a defense seed somewhere. Trying to find out where like this one item is that we miss.
Mhm.
It's a really good one. It's another one of these. That's gonna be really good. And it's like if I never use any of the other stat items, like these two are like end all be all. These will actually 100% make a difference at some point.
Yeah.
Did we get a defense seed from these sacks?
I don't remember.
Yeah, but I've been using a walkthrough for my playthrough of Final Fantasy IX, and there's definitely a ton of things I would miss in that because like there's a bunch of hidden items in places that you wouldn't really suspect hidden items to me. Like there's just like here's a patch of grass in the foreground. Oh, what's this? There's a potion and 200 gil here,
Yeah.
and just a bunch of stuff like that. So I'm just like I'm sticking to using this guide forever.
Mhm.
It's also like listing like here's what you can steal from the bosses, and it's like this is really good because you can get some really good stuff.
Yeah.
Because I know like still a PS1 era RPG, it's still gonna be really annoying in a lot of spots.
Yep.
Right. Into the inn west of the church and come turn. Okay, so let me see. To the inn west of the church, but I'm gonna follow this because there's like a few items that I really want on this. Actually, now that I'm really looking at it.
Do it.
So enter the inn. What you list. Okay,
No, I'm not gonna tell you no. Don't follow the guide and get items. Fuck you.
Right. Enter the house to the north. There we go. There's one. It's one of the two things I wanted. So no one can wield it, but I know who can.
Is it Wild Thing?
It might be. It might be the first sprite we've seen in a while that has something different than the regular NPC.
Yeah.
Enter the shop on the opposite side with a copper sword. What? Hold on. There's... No, this is funny. This is funny for content. You're never gonna guess.
You're correct. I am never going to guess.
I'm not telling you either. You're just gonna have to watch.
I am, bro. I am looking.
I do that every time. I'm assuming this is a time-limited item. For very specific reasons.
Well, considering we are going here, I would probably assume.
I could compare this to Animorphs, but that would like give this a really dark turn. The Animorphs story is fucked up.
Yeah.
Just the more and more I hear about the Animorphs story, I'm just like, this is just fucked up. Apparently the author was like, if I didn't write fucked up stuff for a war story, I'd be insulting my readers' intelligence. It's like, yeah, but at a certain point, you're just writing screwed up stuff to be screwed up.
Yeah.
We never went down here, apparently. The chest is locked.
Oh.
Hey, buddy. Squeak. It's carrying some kind of fruit. It seems to be giving what it's carrying to Isgin. Will you, Isgin, accept it? Yes. Got a mysterious fruit. Squeak.
Squeakity squeak squeaker. Squeaking.
Hey, guess what?
I see.
The squirrel gave us a mystic nut. I didn't know if we needed the woodsman to talk to him, but I'm like, let's go do this right now just in case.
Yeah.
Actually, no, what am I doing? I can just go to the shrine and save there. No, I really wanted that in the bone knife, though. Bone knife saves us 110 gold, which is really good.
Yes.
Even if it ends up not being like super amazing and we find something better, it's like, I don't want to take that chance.
Yeah.
Watch, if I just scroll down a little bit, it's gonna be like, all right, no, okay. I was waiting for us to find like scale mail or something, whatever we just bought for Kiefer. No, not Kiefer. We'd find a kitten shield in the next dungeon. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
no, we didn't. The one time I didn't check, we would have found it. No, that's not the case. There's like nothing in the next dungeon.
Nice.
Okay, equipment wise, there is nothing in the next dungeon, which is like great. I'm not missing out on anything by buying it, but at the same time, there's no chances to save money.
Capitalism.
Yeah, but the other thing that old games do, that I've been learning more and more recently is side quests that aren't talked about anywhere unless you just happen to run across it.
Mm.
And like some of these side quests are like, all right, go back to this place that you've been to once, but like 20 chapters from now, and then you can talk to this one random old guy and he'll say something vague, and then you can go here and do this thing and bring it back to him. You're like, oh, and he'll give you a thing.
Yeah. Those weird quest lines that you start at the beginning of the game and you don't actually complete them until near the end.
There is, and this is something I've never heard anyone mention, is in FF9, starting after the ice cavern, if you get into an encounter there's friendly encounters in this game. So there's two sets. One of them is like animal spirits, which I ran across by accident, so I had to look up a bunch of stuff regarding it, which is well worth it. So basically, you run into these encounters, and they have different music, and these animals will like, hey, give me like an item. It's like the first like 5 of them are give me ore. So I'm like, okay, well, how do I get that? Looked it up, got some, did it. And it's like this quest line that kind of like leaks in on itself. They'll eventually start giving you different items, and it's just pass that item along until you get to the end. And then by doing this, you get some AP, and they actually weaken Ozma, the super boss, at the end. But since it gives, just free AP for basically doing nothing, I said I'm going to stock up on the ore when I get chances to do it. And then there's another one. Starting after the ice cavern, if you walk in the forest, you can get a friendly encounter with like the ragtime man or something like that. And they'll ask you true or false questions. And once you've answered all of the questions, he will give you a reward based on your answer. And like if you get 100% of the answers correct, it's like a protect ring and anywhere from 50k to 90k gold.
Wow.
So I'm like, wow, okay, I want to do this. And it's like, that's the kind of thing, like, you could play the entire game and never stumble upon this ragtime dude or like these pacifist animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in you go.
I'm so used to some of the other games where they'll like stick you on the town so you can just go.
Yeah.
Left, up, there we go.
I'm surprised you didn't hit down.
No, I knew it was. All right. Do we want to buy herbs? I don't think we
Would
do.
probably be good.
I think we're fine right now. I wonder if that's it. It might be the only other thing. Crab. The cancer man.
Cancer man.
Gotta beat cancer.
Hey, cancer man, gabagoo. I like how it's like Cancer Man A, so it's like Cancer Mana. And then Manba.
Man, Cancer Mank. We killed Cancer Mank.
Cooked them. We let Kiefer cook.
I think I actually do grind for gold here though, because like they're taking a lot of damage, a lot more than I want to, that I want to be dealing with on the dungeon run to like various bosses.
Yeah. But do we even have an inn that we can stay at here?
Yes, we can talk to the cow.
Oh.
Yeah, see, like Maribel took like 4 and 5 damage from 2 of
Yeah.
those. Meanwhile, like we eat one of those and we take the combined total of that.
Yeah.
But we also need the XP
Yeah.
because like the next level up has skills that I want.
Yep.
Oh no, they're back.
Oh.
Oh, they're all separate groups too.
Interesting. Well, it's a good thing we don't have any group things.
And it's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see how much
so
damage we're
great.
taking though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like we're taking a lot of damage, and it's like this dungeon's gonna have all of these in it.
Yeah.
Our damage output isn't necessarily terrible. Oh yeah, we saw yellow HP. I don't like that. I like none. I like none of that. All right, someone got to level up. It's Maribel. Look at that pitiful 4 HP increase.
Wahoo.
Nothing. Bummer, dude.
I swear she learned a skill at 8.
Maybe not. Who did I heal? I thought I healed Kiefer, and apparently not. Imp. Toast. Toast him. Yeah, but just how much resources we're using just trying to get back
Yeah.
definitely gives me that idea of like, we know we need this.
Yeah.
That and even if Maribel didn't get a steal at 8, he's gonna get something. I know he does. I looked it up. I just don't remember if it's exit or zoom.
I would probably assume exit.
I would assume zoom. It's typically around the level they get it. But we gotta wait a little bit because Easkin's a slow grower. He's a bit behind.
I don't know. This game.
No, this game has
gives me
changed a lot. So
yeah, but the inkling that it functions on reverse. That it's like they wouldn't want to give us zoom too early, because we're still having to travel around on foot.
Free rest. Right. We don't have enough, I don't think, for scale mail. I think it's like 450. No, this isn't the building. It's the one below it. This one. The one with the weapon on the outside. Yeah. We can get this. I'm inclined, since we're grinding for now, just in general, I think we do this. Also, like, I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't mind if we stopped, because I'm still sleepy.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I can just grind this out a little bit before Monday. $13-0. Let's go.
And he doesn't need it.
No, he doesn't. It's like we've played for like, what, 10 hours now? Not in this stream, but like total.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Woe, yawns be upon thee.
Yawns be upon thee. Let's see if there's anyone we can raid at this time. I don't think there is. You know what? We can raid at the beginning of Judgment.
Double D.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I see him on my dashboard here, so I was unsure if he was still going.
For me, I get the. He's only been going for 23 minutes.
Nice.
But you get to see the whole Judgment instead of the 20 minutes of Judgment.
Yeah.
Ability's great. Voice actor extraordinaire. Good guy.
Indeed. Deadass Sonata.
Did a Sonata joke. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.